This is a special Silver Boot Series edition of Houston Sports Download with my guy, Corey. We're going to break it down for you. Welcome to the big leagues, Brice.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Gone! It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Jose Altuve gives the Astros a 5-4 lead. How do you like that?
The Houston Texans select C.J. Stroud.
We got World Series rings!
That's right. Welcome in. We are Houston Sports Download, the dynamic duo, Corey Morris and Brett Chansey, otherwise known as H-Town Wellhouse, and you know him as Corey Mixed It. Thank you all for tuning in. We got some exciting things to talk about today. Nothing real definitive on the Jake Myers situation, but Corey, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Good evening, Houston sports fans. You can definitely find me on TikTok. My handle is right below. If you're scrolling around on X or Twitter, as some may know it, I'm definitely on there too as the same handle. Come drop by. Let's talk H-Town sports all day, every day. You know how we get down.
That's right, man. And there's never a short of enthusiasm or abundance of coverage from Houston Sports Download. We are your premier Houston sports show. And this week, for right now, tonight, we want to preview the Silver Boot Series. So we're going to get to Brice here in a little bit. We're gonna bury the lead, okay? But Corey, we got some pitchers duels that are going to ensue over the weekend. And what better way to close out the first half of the season of not resting your players, but hopefully playing everybody and getting one over on the Rangers. Are you excited about the Silver Boot Series this weekend?
I'm very excited. Some could say maybe, we kind of took it easy with the Guardians, even though we kind of thought it was a trap series coming into the game. Coming into that series. But I think this is kind of, I'm not going to say all the marbles, but Texas fans, Rangers fans and Houston fans, this is just the one day, a couple of days out of the year where we get to clash, we get to talk mess to each other. It's always for an exciting series. And I think I like the Astros just getting the one up on the series going into the All-Star break. I think it'll do wonders for the Astros right now.
Yeah, definitely. And before we move forward, I saw that they were advertising this. Now, despite any animosity there is between fans, at the end of the day, whether you have a rivalry or not, I don't know if you know this, but the Dodgers really extended a hand to the Astros this last weekend because it was a family weekend. So teams will have like family weekends where they will encourage families to go. They'll take care of it. But the Dodgers actually footed the bill for the Astros families. They made sure they had hotel accommodations. They made sure they had good seats. And so the Dodgers organization actually lend a helping hand to the families so that the players could be with their wives and their kids. And I thought that was really neat. And as much as, Astros fans are like, I hate the Dodgers or I hate this team, at the end of the day, they're all professionals. And I really like to hear that. And I figured I'd mention that because today at the game, we all know the horrific tragedies that a lot of Texans, a lot of out-of-towners have been through in these floods. And both the Astros and the Rangers are going to be wearing this together for Texas shirt. That's a really nice nod. And they announced major donations from each ball club today, Corey.
Yeah, that's nice, man. And as well as everybody know over the last couple of days, that tragedy that took place, man, it was really just out of nowhere, just out of thin air. It was just all of a sudden. So there's still families that's going through, tough situations. I've been seeing a lot of, people just getting together, helping hands, donations. I think HEB actually did a huge donation, as well as the Texans did too. And I don't want to single everybody out because I know there's a lot more people that I just don't want to forget in the whole process. But just to see Texas come together, just through this whole entire tragedy, the flood thing that happened, it's been a great sight to see. So kudos to the Rangers.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the Rangers and the Astros actually, I found out, both donated $1 million to the relief efforts going on there, because there's just a horrific, tragic losses this weekend. And we always want to remember those people, keep them in your thoughts and prayers as they still deal with stuff. We all know, being on the coast with dealing with hurricanes, that is not like, it's not necessarily when the storm hits or the day after, it's the weeks and months after.
Yeah.
So definitely do that. So, you know, Corey, this is a series. How important is this series? Are we making too much of this, or is this something that you want the Astros to get up for? I know the Rangers aren't on our heels. I know it's not a tight race right now, but these are games that I think down the road that if you can win, it really bodes well for you if things do end up tightening up towards the end of the regular season road. Yeah,
definitely. You hit it right on the nail. Let's just go ahead and get out in front of this situation as quick as possible. I mean, yeah, you're right. The Rangers are not on the heels of the Astros. The Astros are leading, the AL West, and it's looking good for them right now. But as we all know, this is baseball. Teams go through droughts all the time. It's actually more common than often. So if you can gain a leg up any way you possibly can, let's just go ahead. I wouldn't say this is the most important series, that the Astros will play, but let's just go ahead and see if we could just take care of business, and let's go into the All-Star break feeling good about ourselves. Let's not go into it like, well, hey man, we got some things we got to figure out with some injuries that's going on, which I know we're going to get to that later on in the show. And let's just get out in front of it, because like you said, we could look up, some things could happen. And as we get down the road, you don't want it to be so close to where you like, man, you know what? If we would have just won those 2 games when we played, because it happens all the time. Right. If we could have just won those 2 games. We played the Rangers. I know we might have lost one. I'm just hypothetically speaking, but if we could have won those 2 games, we would have been in a better shape. So we don't want it to come down to that. If we could take care of business anywhere we can, let's go ahead and do it starting this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I want to hold off on the Brice talk here for a little bit longer, because really I want to talk about the pitching. The Rangers offense has not been great this year, but as of late, they've been hitting the ball more. They've been scoring more runs. And you and I both know, whether it's against good teams or bad teams, you want to see your team scoring runs. The Astros have picked it up, but they still have the tendency to show up and not score a lot of runs.
Yep.
But what I like is that the Astros are at home this weekend. The Astros, outside of that Cleveland series, have been one of the best, if not the best, in Major League Baseball. So you've got to hope that someone like DeGrom or Eovaldi or Leiter hangs a few pitches over the plate, because we got to take advantage of those Crawford boxes and not let Garcia and Seager and company do that to us, because we've seen it happen in the past.
Yeah, I'm looking for them to hang a couple of meatballs, man. Let me get some started in the Crawford boxes. But I was talking to my brother earlier, and I said the exact same, literally the same thing you just said about the Rangers right now. I literally said the exact same thing. They have not been playing great baseball. There's times I've tuned in to them, like maybe my team is not playing, or maybe we play later and I get a chance to just watch. They have been actually playing pretty bad. They've been playing pretty bad. And then all of a sudden, I look up, and maybe it's because they were playing the Angels. Maybe that might have a little bit to do with it. But I look up these last couple of series. They have been getting very, very aggressive at the plate. I don't know what has changed. I don't know what philosophy has changed, but I've seen a couple games where Garcia is now woke all of a sudden. Marcus Semien has now woke up all of a sudden. So as we can recall, these guys, they can be somewhat kind of dangerous, as far as hitters are, hitting is concerned. Right. And they can get up on your pitcher really quick, if you're going to hang some for them. So, and I think, to be honest, I think the Rangers get up to actually play the Astros. I mean, that's just point blank period. I think they do get up, and I think they kind of understand, hey, if we can upset these Astros or have them with a bad taste in their mouth going into All-Star break, if they can seize a chance, they will do it. So, hopefully, we got McCullers on the mound tonight, I believe.
Yeah. So we have McCullers tonight, and
Okay.
he's opposed by Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter is a fiery young pitcher, Al Leiter's son. He had hit some bumps in the road making it up to the majors, but he seems to really hit in his stride. He's one of these young arms that when you talk about the future of Major League Baseball, the Paul Skeens and guys like that, he's definitely in that class. He may not be a top tier like I think they thought he was going to be, but he is your above average pitcher and a guy that you definitely would love the luxury of having on your roster. So Corey, here is the update on Jake Myers, okay? Because everybody was wondering, and we'll kind of slide this into some Brice Matthews talk here in a second. Let's go into the injury update. All right, so the Astros have several guys that are injured right now, and this is what was reported earlier by Brian McTaggart, is that Pena is ramping up his work in the weight room and doing great, somewhat baseball activities. Alvarez isn't swinging a bat yet. That's no surprise.
No surprise there.
Sean Dubin and Rogers have shifted their rehabs to Florida. So you've got that. Now, what is going on with Jake Myers? Everybody was wondering, is he going on the 60-day IL? Well, you know what? Somebody is, but it's not Jake Myers. Zach DeCenzo was transferred to the 60-day IL to make room for Brice Matthews. Remember, he was down because of was his also a hand injury. I'll have to look it back up. But Jake Myers was only placed on the 10-day IL due to Rife calf strain retroactive to July 10th. So right now we're July 11th. So he's basically going to be on there for 9 days. He should come off the IL right after the All-Star break, a couple days after that. So that's really good news. And
really good news.
Think about this. Jake Myers coming back, Jeremy Pena coming back about the same time, and Brice Matthews. Now we can talk about this kid. I mean, this kid right here, he comes up, he makes his major league debut, Corey. He is a kid from Atascocita, part of the Astros RBI program, came from the RBI program, played at Atascocita, was highly touted, went to Nebraska, drafted by the Astros. 2-3 years later, he is up in the big leagues batting 8th tonight. Are you excited about that?
I am I was waiting on your question to ask me. Am I excited? Yes, I am very excited to see what Brice Matthews is going to do. The hometown kid, the Astros' top prospect. Now, unfortunately, it kind of begs to differ what is going on with Pena, because I thought initially when they was bringing him up, I was like, man, Pena may be out for a little more time. That was like where my head, first
exactly
went. So, but all in all, just to deviate from that, kudos to Brice Matthews, man. Welcome to the big leagues. I know it's going to be rocking for him. I know he's going to have family in attendance that's going to be backing him, full spread. And I just want to see, what the kid got. I mean, if you look at it, what bigger way to make your debut than in being in the Silver Boot Series? This is not like a regular series. This like at least has a lot of eyes on it, per se.
Right.
And yeah, I'm very excited to see what is he going to do for the Houston Astros. This is I don't want to put any pressure on him, no major pressure on him, but this is like hey man, hey, all eyes on you. You have a chance to make a big spark, in this series. So I'm definitely excited to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, definitely. And Espada said today that the plan is for Matthews to get daily at bats, but they'll monitor his workload based on how he's playing. He could see some time at shortstop and second base. He started at second today. And Espada did caution that he's not a finished product.
Sure.
So they have acknowledged the swing and miss.
Yeah.
I mean, if you and I can look at a box score And Mike Stanton and I went over this last night on Back to the Bullpen. He's a completely different hitter at home than he is away. But Mike also said, at home, it's hot, it's humid, it's like the element. Sure. Constellation Field is actually, for the PCL, is one of the larger ballparks in the league. And so you don't know what he's going to do. But what I think this kid's going to do is come in with confidence, Corey. And I shared this on the show last night, Back to the Bullpen with Mike Stanton. I talked to him before the season started at the TriStar show, and he and I talked about, why did he choose baseball over football? And he simply said, because I love baseball. Like he goes, I love the Friday night lights. He goes, I could put on shoulder pads, I could put a helmet on, and I could carve a defense up weekly. But I hated the process of the practice. But in baseball, it was like I felt like I was in the right place. He said it felt different. He said it had a special kind of feeling. And when I hear young players like that, Corey, say those things before they've made it, that gives me confidence that Brice is going to trust the process. I met both his mom and his dad, impressive individuals. I was like, you guys raised an amazing son. So Brice did not fall far from the tree. His parents deserve a lot of kudos here.
Yeah, and really, as being an athlete, that's what you really want to go for. He has, we're talking about a guy who can tear it up on either side, field. He can go, hey, you want to go football, go baseball. And to say that he has a lot of passion and he looks forward to what he does, that means, just me outside looking in, being, an athlete from a long time ago myself, he has a lot more passion and a lot more know-how that he, has gathered up into playing baseball. And thus far, has it not worked out for him? He's been great. We can go down his Husky numbers. He did great there, and he's did great in Sugarland. And to be honest, if we roll it back, just talking about what you and Mike were talking about, and I don't know if it has a lot more to do, because they say that Constellation Field is like one of the fields that's like most carved as an MLB field, like a replica.
It is
of an MLB field. Now, I haven't been to too many other, like AAA fields, like besides some of the games I've been to in Texas, but I don't really know, what the fields like per se look like, on a daily. But, they were saying that his numbers are like astronomically high, on the road than playing at home. So, of course, that's what a lot of scouting, a lot of, like gambling, prop stuff. That's what they kind of have him pegged on. And also that I think they said he was having issues with the fastball, the high fastball. Right. So, if that field replicates more of an MLB, setting, I actually feel good about because it's not like nothing he hasn't seen before coming into Dakin Park. Like if you're a guy who plays at a different field that's probably not replicated for MLB field, when you come to the big leagues, you may say, well, man, I knew it was the bright lights was going to be on, but like, man, this is like a totally different environment. So like I said, I feel comfortable about where he's going, like, for the fact that he's played at a replica type MLB field. So
right. And I don't, it's funny. I had a couple people message me after Locked On Astros, after Back to the Bullpen, and say, man, I thought you were the always positive guy, and you're kind of downplaying Brice Matthews. And it's not about downplaying an athlete. It's just about looking at the numbers. Now, does that mean that what they do there is what they're going to do here? Because how many times do we see a guy light up AAA and then come up to the majors and do nothing, right?
Yep.
To me, Brice Matthews, though, is in a solid position because he's surrounded by veterans. He has seen, he's looked at the headlines. He saw the headlines of Cam Smith coming up. And it's not that he lacks confidence, but like, hey, someone else has already done it. And so to me, there's the only pressure that he has really is what he puts on himself. And I'm telling you, after talking to him, he just comes across as a different kid. And I've been able to see that. I interviewed Jalen Milroe QB
Okay. Yeah.
at Alabama,
Sure.
was super impressed with just the way he carried himself. And there are some guys that I won't name. There are a couple players that I've named over the last few years that have played with the Astros organization that I just didn't get that overwhelming feeling of confidence from them. And you've got to have that first. You've got to have that confidence. Number two, you just got to go out and control what you do. You can't control the game. You can't control the at-bat before you. You can't control all you can do is get up there and take advantage of that opportunity, because you'll never get that at-bat back. So do what you can the best you can. And Joe Espada, I like what he's saying. Hey, we're going to bring him along. We are not going to rush him. He is, again, he cautioned that he's not a finished product. So with the Astros openly acknowledging that I think helps Brice going into the situation. It's the last 3 games before the All-Star break. The amount of intel that he's going to get, even if he only plays in 2 of the 3 games, is going to be really good, because no matter what night he plays, he's going up against some of Major League's best pitchers. Yeah, and then, how you carry yourself, that's where it really starts. If you carry yourself and you have confidence, you can, sky's the limit. And to be quite honest, yes, he is going to be going against, I'm sorry, but he is going to be going against some of the top pitchers in MLB. Well, at least what some of MLB has to offer. Right.
So it's really just all about adjustments. Yeah, we can say, oh, well, he has, problems with, these particular type of pitches and stuff like that. The clubhouse has already acknowledged that. So obviously they've probably, watched film, scouted, seen it too. So if they acknowledge it, and I'm pretty sure Brice, I'm pretty sure he knows it too. Like, yeah, man, it's something I got to work on. But, this game is all about adjustments. That's literally what it is. And, who's to say, I'm not saying he's going to go out there and crank off 2 homers tonight. I mean, that would be great if he did. But if he cranked out 2 homers tonight, then, I feel like the scouting report would flip and say, well, hey, you guys told me that, he, is not doing well against the fastballs. He just cranked 2 of my balls into the Crawford boxes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it all is going to start with his confidence. And I think he's going to come up to the plate. I'm looking forward to tonight, but I think he's going to come up to the plate extra aggressive tonight. Yeah, and you would love to see that. I mean, he does have opposite field power, but get this, Minute Maid Park. Oh, sorry, Daikin Park. Oof, man. I don't Minute Maid, man. Hey,
I know. I don't want to get sued by Daikin. I'm joking.
Oh well, yeah. I ain't you on that one. Yeah, you got that one by yourself.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Corey's gone from the screen.
Yeah,
Corey's puts me on. Corey blocks me. But it is the 7th most hitter-friendly park in Major League Baseball. Now, I just read an article today about Daikin Park's roof. They're going to receive millions in repairs, but it will still always remain closed, okay? And it remains closed because the players actually prefer it closed, because what happens when you open it? The humidity. It pushes the ball down. And so what they're doing is they're receiving $6.9 million in funding from the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. Okay, it's going to be $3.4 million allocated for sunshade steel repainting on the permanent roof structures, $2.3 million to upgrade an electric system that is considered obsolete. And overall, they're expected to cost just under $15 million with the funds approved by the HCHSA, who met in August of 2024. So, my only other question is, are we going to stop the rain on the inside of the building? Everybody that's got a front row seat in right field, are you going to? Because you know what, Corey, I'm thinking maybe we should start a wheelhouse gasket company where we just create 4 gaskets for the ballpark and see if they'll buy them. I think we can make enough money. Those gaskets have to be pretty big.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't even know that they were receiving that. How much did you say again?
So they are receiving $16.8 million, no, $15 million. So $15 million total.
$15 million to repair. And so the stadium, I mean, okay, so obviously the players love that the stadium is closed.
and so Corbin's mentioning the Yankees thing in 2022. It's not Aaron Boone or the Yankees. It's apparently the Astros players prefer the roof closed because it is a more hitter-friendly ballpark. You neutralize that seventh best hitting stadium if you open that roof more often.
Yeah, you're going to be in a situation kind of like no, I'm sorry. I'm not even comparing it to the Rice Stadium because the Rocky Stadium, that ball just carries. That ball carries Coors Stadium. That's another monster. That ball,
it's almost like it's got a gondola. It's almost like you hit the ball and it just takes off on a gondola, man.
Yeah, that ball, yeah. I mean, and I think it's more so because of how the style or how it comes back, in Dakin Park. And you got the sides that's still covered. If it was a way that the whole entire thing came back, it may be an even more hitter-friendly environment.
Yeah, I think if you sealed it off, Now, Corey, did you ever go to the Astrodome?
I've been a few times, but it was like, man, when I was like younger. I remember going there a couple times, and I went there a lot for like monster truck rallies.
Okay, yeah. The original Bigfoot.
Yeah. There you go. Gravedigger and everybody coming through there. So yeah, I mean, but I've been a couple times, when I was younger, before they changed the whole entire situation or whatnot. So
because now I don't know if you ever experienced the ballpark at Arlington before they moved to Globe Life Field.
I didn't. No. I didn't.
So growing up, I was a big Mark McGwire fan. I was a big Bass Brothers fan. It was okay back then to have a favorite American League team because there was no interleague play unless you got to the World Series or the All-Star game. So my dad would buy us tickets, would buy himself and me tickets to go up to Arlington Stadium, the original Ranger Stadium. We'd sit in the bleachers in the outfield, and I just remember having a blast. But then when they built the new stadium, which Globe Life Field, to me, it's a travesty that they left that field because that was a great ballpark. But it was do what?
I said I hear the stories.
It was hot as hell, dude. It was literally. I had a friend that brought he brought an outdoor thermometer. We're sitting in the outfield, 115 degrees in the seats, and the wind did not blow in that stadium. I mean, it was a stale heat. People were like passing out. It was bad. And I don't know if you know this, that stadium, they built that stadium where the visitors dugout got the most, basically had sun on them the entire game.
Yeah, it's like one of those psych out situations. Put you right in the middle of that Texas.
So as the sun goes down, it's still, so the Rangers would only have the sun maybe half the game, but the visitors had that freaking sun.
Man.
Dude, they are maniacal in Arlington, They are.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And if you needed any more reason to not like the Rangers, they also, and they still have it. It's in the new ballpark. They have a large wooden Texas, like, I don't want to say picture. What it's almost like a mural. It's made out of wood, and it has all the Texas cities. It has Austin. It has Dallas, Fort Worth. It has Lubbock. It has Corpus, San Antonio. It doesn't have Houston on it.
I could probably have guessed. That that Houston would not be on there. As much flack as we give them, I could only imagine. I haven't even really been to. I went one time. But I went for a tailgating experience, so I didn't really even go inside the field or whatnot. But I can only imagine, what it is, what it's like inside, because a lot of people, they send me pictures, sometimes like other people that I know, and then just like everybody's, especially when they play the Astros, everybody's going back and forth. I mean, but it's it's not really like like if Astros was in the Yankees field, it's not that type of hate. It's just like a lovely, friendly Texas, like, hey, your team.
Well, unless unless you're at ALCS Game 5.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's different story. Different story.
Where Brian Abreu hits Adolis Garcia.
Story. Yeah, different story.
I've told you that story, how like, you know, those fans all of a sudden, Corey, I know how to read the room. Okay. I am a rabid fanatical guy when I go to games, but if I'm on the road, I am not one of these guys that tries to stick my thumb in people's faces and tries to just shove it down. Oh, you know, we're the Astros. I will stand up and cheer for Altuve hitting a home run. If a Garcia gets thrown out, I'll be like, yes. And then I'll kind of keep it low key. You know, I'm not a get crazy guy, because the only time I've ever been in a fight, I lost, and I hate losing. So I like to keep the peace. And the second Abreu hit him, boy, people were staring me down, and they're like, you're an effing problem. And I'm like, what did I do?
I'm watching the game out here.
I had some lady tell me, she's like, you've been talking, you know what, all game. And I'm like, ma'am, I haven't said a word.
Never said 2 words.
Dude, it was insane. And let me tell you, man, because I was chased out of my seat from 3 different fans, I literally had to find an actual officer to go, can you make sure those guys don't keep following? I think they're going to jump me.
This was in against the Rangers?
This is against the Rangers. ALCS Game 5, 2023.
Okay.
So I'm leaving my seat. I'm headed. I'm trying to go to neutral ground. I'm trying to be. So the cop stops him. I'm fine. I start texting friends on the other side of the stadium. But when Jose Altuve hit that home run in Game 5, Corey, I went absolutely ballistic. I went nuts.
I would have did the same thing, because I think I was watching that one from the house, so I was going crazy in the house. Fun fact, and they won't admit it, they pump crowd noise into that stadium. Really?
You know how I know that? There were a lot of Astros fans.
You mean like through the speaker? Like
through this, they have to. It was just as loud, if not louder. I think it was louder when Altuve hit the home run than when Adolis Garcia hit the home run. Now, I know there weren't, technically it was about half and half, but there's no way you get that kind of crowd unless they have like some like speakers or mics in the like around the audience amplifying it. They could be doing that. But I was like, man, because I was sitting there going, did they just pump crowd noise into that? I mean, because you would have felt like you were in Houston. It was insane.
Oh, I didn't know they were. I didn't know they were going to those type of lengths.
It's a theory. I can't prove it.
Okay.
I don't have video evidence. I wouldn't be able to take it to court. But yeah. So Corey, we also have which of the 2 games, because we know about tonight, but Saturday and Sunday, which of the 2 pitching matchups are you most excited about? Are you excited about Fromber versus DeGrom? Or are you more excited about Brown versus Eovaldi?
Give me Brown against Eovaldi.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me that one. If I had to rank them, give me Brown and Eovaldi. Then I would say, give me Brown and Eovaldi, and then give me Fromber and DeGrom after.
Okay.
I'll take that after. I'll take it after.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, I think just because of who I believe Jacob DeGrom is when he's healthy, because this year, dude, he's 9-2. He's killing it. He's healthy.
He can spin it, man. He can spin it.
Yeah. I mean, had they had him during that run in 2023, they would have been even more deadly. I mean, because their offense was firing on all cylinders. A lot of people have their questions about that. We won't.
Oh yeah. We're not even going to bring. This is.
We're not going to do it.
We're not going to do that tonight. We're not going to do that tonight. We're just going to go ahead and go out here and kick this silver boot off the right way. But we have our, we have our numbers and our doubts. Hey man, because the fall off that from there to the like where they went to, it was like that. It was astronomically different. So I mean, but like I said, that's another conversation for another day. We'll take that.
Oh yeah, Yeah, no, and a lot of times, a lot of those things are mentioned just to kind of get people a little stirred up.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what is Vegas saying about the game tonight? I'm looking
I think the Astros are minus 150 something. I think the
get
Rangers
this.
are like plus something, plus one something.
Okay, so FanDuel has the Rangers at minus 205
Oh, interesting.
and the Astros at plus 168 tonight.
Dang, did the line move? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Because the last time I checked, it was on ESPN.
Now that's
on ESPN.
Now that's FanDuel.
That's FanDuel. What you're looking at right now.
That's FanDuel Lighter versus McCullers plus, plus 1.5, which is hold on. Yeah. Actually, it just moved 120. I'm sorry, minus 200 versus plus 164. Now, on overall score with 8.5 runs, the Astros are minus 112. But when you just look at the actual odds right here, that's interesting. They've got the Astros.
The odds I see on ESPN, they got Houston minus 125, Texas plus 105. The money, and that's more so the money line. And then the total, of course, is 8.5. Over under is 8.5.
Yes. So they have game 2. They have game 2 with the Astros at minus 225 and the Rangers plus 188.
Okay. Is that the run line that you're looking at, or the
maybe line? Let me see what that is. That is this. Oh, okay. That's the spread. Okay,
yeah,
hold up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
the
spread.
Money line.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So the Astros, yes. Okay. Plus 106 Rangers, minus 124 Astros.
That seems a little bit more along the lines.
Yeah, my phone cut off that first category. Then plus 108 Rangers, minus 126. Okay, I thought they had us as underdogs. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, they got us as the favorites, just as they had us with the Guardians. We was favorites throughout the whole entire series, but unfortunately, we lost all. That's why I said trap series. That was the trap right there.
So we won't talk about it now, but Sunday when we get together, we will make some home run derby predictions.
Okay. I like that.
We got Cal Riley, O'Neal Cruz, James Wood, Matt Olson, Byron Buxton, Junior Camarillo. I had seen Ronald Acuna Jr., but he's not in the derby money line, so I don't know if that changed. Oh no, here we go. Brent Rooker, Jazz Chisholm. Maybe they replaced Acuna Jr. I know they had him on there, but some interesting.
I like James Woods in that.
I like James Woods a lot there.
I like James Woods there. He
can definitely
represent
Woods.
The Nationals.
I hope Cal Riley goes in the home run derby and wins it and hits a bunch of home runs and just throws his swing off for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's the voodoo. That's the voodoo that we need. That we need right there.
That's right. Well, hey, man, this has been a great talk about the Silver Boot Series. So, do you want to give us a prediction, or do you hate predictions?
No, I'll give a prediction. I'll give a prediction right now. Okay, I'm calling it. Astros fans, Houston fans, I'm calling it. I got the Astros winning 4-2. And I got a home run for Brice Matthews.
Oh, nice. Major League debut home run. Okay, tonight I've got a 4-3 Astros win.
Okay, not too far off.
4-3 Astros win. And I have Victor Caratini hitting a walk-off home run tonight.
Well, I mean, that's more like, he's been a sure thing. These last
he's been hitting the ball well. I like the walk off because I don't trust the Rangers bullpen. But do you think the Astros take the series at least 2 of 3 or even a sweep?
I got 2 or 3. Give me 2. I'll take 2.
Awesome.
Give me 2.
Well, good deal. Well, hey, man, thanks for joining us. They say players are warming up, but if y'all stay tuned on our channel, I'll be going live with Playback TV tonight with Trevor Hauer. So y'all make sure y'all stop in and say hi to us there. Corey, thanks for joining us, sir. Enjoy your weekend. Go Astros. And make sure y'all subscribe to Wheelhouse Media Company. Go to wheelhousemediastudios.com. Make sure you do that. Let me show you the website so you know where to go. It is wheelhousemediastudios.com, and that will help you find out what services we provide, how you can be a part of the Wheelhouse Media world. We would love to have you come in and check out the studios. Maybe you have a podcast or a photo or something you want to do to open up your creative world. We're here for you. So thank y'all for tuning in. And this has been a great edition of Houston Sports Download. No Astros, go beat those Rangers.